You don't need any fancy equipment. If you're watching this on a phone or tablet, you have what you need to be able to shoot whatever you want. As far as getting an account to be able to put stuff up, if you have an account already, you can start a channel right now. That's simple. So, yeah, that's really it. You don't need fancy lighting. You don't need to know what you're doing. There's tutorials everywhere, and there's free video editing software for whatever it is that you happen to be using. So, the way I do it, I've recorded more than 3,000 videos. I know that there's not a lot of videos on here, but I've done over 3,000, all right, on my other channel that I just stopped doing. So, I know what I'm talking about with this. As far as making stuff, just make what you want to see. If you want to see it, there's so many people on the face of the planet that at least one other person wants to see it done the way you do it. Period. If you don't see what it is that you want, make what it is that you want. You don't need to do everything that everyone else does. If anyone tells you, well, you need all this equipment, you need to do this, you need to write a script, no. With this one, I don't even have notes. I've had notes for videos like this before just to make sure I hit what I need to hit, but I've done it enough times to where I don't need those notes for this one. So, you don't need to be some young person. You don't need to make a living off this if you don't want to. You don't have to make money if you do want to make money by just waiting for ads and stuff to come along and all that and meet those magical numbers. You don't need to get a bunch of people to subscribe and like your stuff. And here's the truth of it. YouTube doesn't know the difference between a thumbs up and thumbs down, a positive comment and a negative comment. It doesn't care at all. It's engagement. So, they're engaging with your stuff. That's what they care about. And that's what pushes your videos forward. You do not need to advertise. When you use tags, use 1 or 2 tags. That's it. 2 I think is the best number that I've come across. And when I was doing movies, if I was doing a horror movie, I just put movie. I put horror and horror movie. That's it. Only 2 tags. So that way, people are more likely to come across it. Maybe people won't jump on your stuff right away. Maybe they will. But you don't need to push things out there for them to be seen. Period. That's a huge part what people don't get. Also, as long as you know what you're talking about, here's what I've done. Now, I can't speak for anyone else, but the way I like to do things is whatever is in the title is exactly what the video is. That's what I'm going to be talking about. And I don't like giving a lot of, hey, the introduction. Because you just want the information. So I just want to give you the information, right? And there's a lot of people, me included, where if you have a long introduction, I'm probably going to turn your video off and never come back to it. Never come back to you because you are not valuing your time, which means you aren't valuing my time. I value my time. So, yeah. Because I know everyone says, like, share, subscribe, all that. You don't need to tell people to do it, right? On this, to do lives, you need 50 subscribers. That's it. So with the old channel, all I did was up until I had 50, I had text on the videos that said, if you subscribe if you want so I can do lives. As soon as I hit 50, I stopped doing them. Stopped putting that on there, right? When I ended, I had over 500. Okay, so you don't need to tell people to do it because everyone else tells them to do it. If they want to subscribe to your stuff, they're going to. That just is what it is. And honestly, keep your expectations low. I've already beat my expectations on the last channel right away, pretty much, and I've already beat the same expectations for this channel, so I've already won, because the way I see it, as long as one person watches one of my videos once ever, I've won. And everything else is a victory lap. Now, I don't have a lot of views on my stuff. I have one video up when I'm recording this, and that's it, but it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to reach some big number because there's a chance nobody could ever watch what I'm saying. So, one person doing it, it's done. I've won, right? And it keeps it easy to keep going. Also, know why you're doing it. If you're making videos, know the reason why. And once the reason changes, either stop doing it or step away and make something else. You know what I'm saying? The reason is everything has a cycle, right? And it's just that simple. So it has a beginning, it has an end, and that end might not be not doing what you were doing anymore, just doing it differently, right? And that is what it is. Nothing wrong with that at all. You know, sometimes that just needs to be done. But know the reason that you're doing it. Look, the reason I do these videos is to you guys know you can do whatever it is you want. You don't need all the equipment. You don't need all the know-how. You're the one in your own way 99% of the time. You are worried about what other people will think, what other people's level of success is, or what you want yours to be. And honestly, that's a quick way for things to fall apart. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, you're not going to be happy with every video you do. You're not going to be happy with everything you do artistically. I'm not. I haven't been. I'm never going to be. It just is what it is. So, as far as you having to nail stuff every time, it's impossible. Alright? Because you'll always see ways you can do things better than everything else. Flatly. And people can say whatever they want, but it's the truth. And that's not a way that you're going to stand out anyway, and that's not a way you're going to have too much fun doing anything artistically, in my opinion. Just because of everything I've done, I can't really approach it that way. You know what I'm saying? That's a quick way for burnout, and to me, it's more important to make the thing, get the thing done. Is it going to be good every time? No, but it might help somebody along the way. If you make something horrible, that might encourage somebody else to be like, hey, I can do this. And they'll make their own thing, and it could be horrible, it could not be. But anyone that says that they can do a video better than me, go and do it. Send me the link. I'll watch it. And if you do it better than me, awesome. Good on you. I'll even say so. I got no problem with that. Alright? That is what it is. But a lot of people just get in their own way, thinking that you're too old, you don't have the right kind of equipment, you have no know-how. Let's put it this way. I'm just having half a conversation right now. Yeah, I've done a lot of these, so I'm comfortable doing this. Not everyone's going to be comfortable doing that, especially in the beginning, right? It took me a while, but now this is nothing. I can do this, no problem whatsoever, because I understand what it is. You know? And it's that simple. That's the same thing with the news or whatever else. It's answering questions, basically. But, like I said, it's not nearly as hard as what people think it is. You don't have to put in all that effort, alright? There's people that put in 30 hours or whatever into a video. Good on them. If you already know what you're talking about and you don't need to research it because you've lived it, then why are you putting 30 hours into it? I'd rather have somebody know, and this is me personally, however you want to do it is however you want to do it. But I'm just letting you know that this is the way that it can be done. Because I'm just talking like I talk. That's it. I'm not trying to pretty things up. I'm not trying to choose my language carefully. I'm not trying to do any of that. And that works. You don't need really high production values. Because if they're coming to you for information or something like that, as long as what you're saying is right, the production values don't matter. They just need to be able to hear you, to understand you, and that's it. Be able to see you if you're on the screen. And if you don't feel like being on the screen, that's fine. But this, yeah, it might worry you at first, but over time it just becomes nothing. You know what I'm saying? It becomes easy. So if you want to do this, you don't have to worry about trying to get word out or trying to look cool or be anything but yourself. Make anything besides what it is you want to see. Because other people want to see it. And there's so many people following the exact same way of doing things that you doing it different at all is going to stand out. That just is what it is.